Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Don't Hide That Pussy, Divide That Pussy. The ingredients you need: some lime juice, freshly squeezed, some gin, some tonic water, a cucumber, and some simple syrup and some ice. So I don't know what the measurements are, so you just decide. First, you're gonna squeeze the limes for the juice. Using fresh lime juice is a must when creating this cocktail. Slice about 5.5 inches thick. That's big of the cucumber. Next, add all of the ingredients into the blender and blend until it's smooth. Pour into an old-fashioned glass and enjoy. Don't hide that pussy, divide that pussy.
I'm mad that you sounded surprised at the ingredients, like you're not the one who made up the drink recipe.
Okay, well, first of all,
the
y'all,
shock on your face always shocks me.
We are day 1 after a live show. I am still drunk and excited and high off of we sold
Off
out
of what?
Caroline's.
We didn't make it to the dispensary still. You guys, we wanted to do a high episode for you for Patreon, and we didn't get
We ain't even make it.
Whatever. Welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all. This is our 300th episode.
It has been such a long time, and it feels so good. We're in New York still. We had our first live show in New York at Caroline's last night. It was
sold
amazing.
out, by the way. It was amazing.
We had a really good time. I lost some things.
We gonna find them though.
We went to an after party and we've been so pressed about, y'all need to pay us. Y'all need to pay us. We're tired of doing stuff for free. Our drunk asses left the party and didn't get paid.
Y'all, see, this is where we need Kris Jenner. Because, bitch, how the fuck?
I should have let my mama come.
I
should have let her come.
Y'all don't even understand. Like, me and Kiki are always like, we not hosting no parties unless we getting paid. We not hosting no party. We finally get a paid hosting party. We in there throwing ass, kissing bitches. Well, I was. She was throwing ass. I was kissing
throwing
bitches.
ass. She was kissing bitches.
I wake up I left. I was sick. I was like, I'm not about to be throwing up in this club. I need to leave. So me and Rachel left and we went to go get pizza. I go home. I go to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my God, I left Kiara there to stay the whole night to collect the check.
Bitch, you thought I collected a check.
Then we wake up in the morning. Cause I'm like, she did collect it. I was like, Kiki, did you stay? She was like, ooh.
I didn't even realize you left me. I thought we all left at the same time because it felt like we were getting put out. And then I was like up at that point and I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm having a good time. I started drinking late because I started drinking like not until we got to Caroline's. So
it was amazing.
That was late in the day.
Shout out to everybody that came and turned up at the live show or the after party. As you can see, we are in a different area. We're doing our 300th episode with the ladies of Girls Gotta Eat. We got Ashley and Rayna.
Hi. I hope this is like good enough for your 300th episode. I just like set up a camera for you guys.
No, it's good. We got 2 camera angles. I like it.
She was like, do we have a videographer in the studio? I was like, yeah, we do.
Ashley's the videographer.
That's me.
No, we're going to have a great episode. We're going to do a great thing for your 300th episode.
Yes,
we can't wait.
We're so
It's
excited.
gonna be a good time.
I love just sitting here watching you guys talk about your show
I
and
love
everything.
that.
Let me tell y'all something about y'all's show. So I saw it. I like to browse and look for new shows. And so I saw y'all's cover art. It was super cute. Sorry, I don't know who that is. I saw y'all's cover art and it was super cute. I thought it was about food. And so I'm like, listen.
What y'all over there eating on?
And I was like, this is funny and this is cool, but where's the food? I thought we were going to talk about different places to eat in New York.
Oh
and
my
it
God.
wasn't that. And then I was like, oh, that's just what they call it. It's not about eating food. And I like it.
How did y'all come up with the name?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a tongue-in-cheek, like, you know, because the girls got to eat kind of thing.
Oh, it's not like because we're gobbling down cock.
It's
Well, I mean,
That's what I thought.
Well, thank you for doing the research because I have gone on. One time I went on a podcast and this guy was like, "She's from Girls Gotta Eat. They talk about food," and I was like, "You
No, we
motherfucker!"
don't.
yeah, I mean,
Didn't even look it up.
well, I think it can be interpreted a couple different ways. But here's the thing: I came up with it before we started the podcast. But at that time, Rayna did have she was a food blogger, so I thought we might talk about food a little bit. Like, I wanted to combine what she was already known for because we were like bringing our followings to the table to promote the show. But I think you guys live in Atlanta. I mean, I feel like the Atlanta version is like a girl's gotta get a free meal. Like, go out with some dusty old dude in khakis and like get a nice meal.
It's kind of how you
Get
get
him to take him to
initiated
Bacchanalia,
into
you know,
living
whatever.
there.
But or just like a girl's got to get her like pussy, get her bag, like whatever it is, or you just got to generally eat.
Yeah.
For nutrients.
Literally. Yeah. You literally have to eat to stay alive.
Literally, I literally was like, they're gobbling down penises.
We are actually on this show. Yeah.
It's porn. I can't remember the last time I had a straw burrito.
I don't either, but it wasn't that long ago.
You
to
guys,
be honest.
I
like them.
Wait, I didn't know we had those in the fridge.
Why y'all got these?
we drink them.
Why do y'all have straw
I'll tell you
burritos?
why. Allow me to explain.
raw?
We have a business partner, and he stocked the fridge. It was really nice of him, and
He was sick of
takes
not
care of
having-
us. He brought those cookies too. We're
Yeah,
we're hungry.
those are
and
the
he'll-
best cookies.
He'll get snacks over here for us.
Wow.
He takes care of us really nicely.
That's very cute. So before we get to know them a little bit better, we do have a few announcements. I want to remind everybody, if you are interested in going on a retreat for New Year's Eve, go to paradiseandvibe.com. Join me
hold on.
December 29th to January 8th. We are going to South Africa. It's 3 trips in one. It's going to be a great experience. They have a firm. So if you really don't got it to travel like that, it won't even feel like that because you can make a payment plan. So go to paradiseandvibe.com. I would love to meet you. Come. Also, y'all sign up for Patreon. We got a lot of great bonus content that's about to drop. Patreon.com/CockTales.
And then also, I want to let you guys know we have more live shows. So I think I said the other day, it comes out today. That was wrong. Tonight, if you're in Philly, please come see us at Helium Comedy Club.
Yes.
This is our last live show for the summer because our next show won't be until September 24th. But September 24th will be in DC. Those tickets are on sale now for everybody. Please get your tickets and come. And if you're interested in sponsoring the show, shoot us over an email. It's in the description box. But send it over. We'd love to work with you guys. And I can't wait to come back to DC. It's been a long time since I've been in DC.
I'm
I think.
excited.
Or am I lying? It's just been a year.
I've
Never
never
mind. My
been
bad.
to DC as an adult.
Oh, you're going to have a good time. I
I'm
think you're really
excited.
going to like it.
Yeah, I got a little bay out there. But just a reminder, you guys buy your tickets quickly because our shows sell out quick. I'm not even trying to flex, but the tickets be going. So
And don't ask us about them later because there's nothing we can do. We have upgraded a little bit and now we have people and we're not doing this ourselves. So when you have mix-ups, contact them. Okay. Oh, also the game is still sold out, but we are going to restock it. So again, don't wait. Everything doesn't last forever, and y'all know it takes a long time to restock things. We also have merch. So if you head on over to I'mCuriousToKnow.com, that's where you'll see an update about the restock on the game. And then you can also check out the shirt that we have. And if we see you at the show, you can get one there too.
So speaking of our game, I'm curious to know that it's sold out. We're going to play a quick little round with you ladies. Okay. So the first question for both of you. I'm curious to know, when is the last time you had sex?
July 3rd.
Wow. You really have the exact date. I thought you
I
were like
understand.
last week, maybe. You know, this was
that's
like,
very specific.
July 3rd.
it must have been good.
It was good. We were in Greece.
Ooh.
It was a Greek man. Yeah.
I had sex with a Greek man.
I feel like I'm changed forever. Like I feel like
he had a big old dick.
I mean, we can talk about this guy's dick. It was nice, but it had an interesting shape.
What was it shaped
Curved
like?
a little.
So really big, bulbous top.
Oh,
like
like a mushroom.
A mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Did it seem inflamed?
No, it just the
I
shape.
hope not.
The shape was just the head was just really prominent, like a ridge. You know what I mean? Like it was a real mushroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've not had one of those
I
before.
don't think I have either, but the Greek man that I did fuck, his dick was big and I was shocked. He didn't even speak English. I don't even know how he got here. Like body language was really talking.
Oh, this guy was so sexy. I mean, I feel like I don't even want a guy without an accent going forward. You know, like it was a great experience.
I
So,
feel you on that.
I love a little accent. Okay, I'm curious to know, what is your favorite porn category?
I like some. Yeah, Ashley doesn't watch a lot of porn. I watch a lot of porn. I really
too.
like step family porn.
Really? I always want to know who likes it.
I'm a huge proponent of step family porn. Let me take you through my porn journey. Thank you so much
Okay.
for asking. I got really into lesbian porn when I was young, like 14, and that really took me through up until the pandemic.
Okay.
And then when the pandemic started, like I got really into straight porn. I can't understand it. I never watched it my entire life. I have always found straight porn to be a little violent. Like just we talked about we were recording an episode yesterday. We talked about this, but just the way men fuck women sometimes in straight porn is like a little crazy.
To me, it's not sexy.
It's not sexy. It's not how real sex is to me. But during the pandemic, I started to get into straight porn, and I really like stepmom porn, stepbrother porn, stepdad porn.
I literally click do not include.
That is so funny.
Really?
Yes,
So
I hate to, it makes me feel weird. Like I know it's a step situation and they're actors, but it's still like
Naturally, your mind goes to thinking about your mama. You be like, oh, hold on.
Well, I also tend to like, I gravitate towards the porn where the actors look the same age. So I don't want to watch porn where like it looks like an 18-year-old girl and like a 45-year-old man.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I even see that, if I accidentally click it, I feel like the police are going to come knocking on my door and be like, ma'am,
Why are you
you're under
watching
arrest.
So, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have an app that's sex toys and then erotic audio content. So, and I was just downstairs before we came up here editing Step Brother Part 2. So it's going to get real naughty. But Rayna, like, we create the content together. We come up with the concepts, but Rayna is she's kind of taking the lead on the step family.
I got it.
What's it called? What's the app called?
It's called Vibes Only.
Okay, I did see that link in your app, both of your apps.
So it's the sex toys, and we'll have to get you guys some. We're sold out of a few at the moment, but and then it pairs via Bluetooth with the app, so the vibrator kind of vibes along with the story. It'll like go up and go down and get bumpy,
I like
with all
that.
this erotic audio. So.
Yeah. Anything that's not really supposed to be happening, really taboo, I'm really into it. Like
Yes.
your masseuse fucks you. Like in the
do
app,
like
we have
the
a great
masseuse.
masseuse story, but like
The doorman,
Yes.
like I don't know if you guys saw the doorman. He's pretty hot.
He is cute.
Yeah.
He
Do
is.
you guys like to watch the porn from start to finish, or do you fast forward to the sex?
I typically will like just sort of scroll on a site because you get like the little clips and I get like really turned on when I'm about to like really climax. I'll like open up a porn and like watch 5 minutes of it. Like
5 minutes? 5
Yeah,
seconds?
I don't know. Like people that are like out here like staying home to watch porn. I'm like, this is a 6-minute experience for me.
Right,
Like
yeah, this
I
isn't
don't
all
watch.
day.
I don't bookmark the porn and like watch it in full.
I go and clear my whole history. I'm like, please.
I forget to do that. I'll
Okay.
probably be embarrassed later.
Last one. I'm curious to know, would you ladies rather eat booty or suck toes? The deep
It's a great question.
Okay, I always say that I don't eat ass, but anyone can eat mine, and that's how I'm smashing the patriarchy. But I don't. I just feel like I would rather do the toes. Like I don't know that I can. I'm not
Eat
quite there
booty.
yet to stick my face in a man's butthole.
After they get out of a shower,
shower,
I don't
maybe.
mind. Right after a shower, I'm not like big on feet. Yes, you like Sophie's choice, gun to my head. I'm going feet.
I think I could get it down with some toe sucking.
I would rather
Wow.
eat booty.
Me too. I
would?
really don't
Yeah.
mind.
I guess it also
Yeah.
just depends. Like this might be a case by case situation. Like,
Yeah.
what do your feet look like, and what does your butthole look like?
Right.
Like, I
When was
mean,
the last shower for either parts of those bodies?
I
Yeah.
feel like if a man has nice feet, though, he's very clean.
That's
and
a
he's
good
taking
call.
care of his ass.
That's
and it's-
true.
Yeah.
it's probably all or nothing.
Yeah.
Feet and booty hole. Like they're both
I've
nice
never
or they're
sucked
both
a man's
scary.
toes, but one time I really wanted to, and I was about to do it. I was like, okay, this is where I draw the line. And then I had to laugh at myself because I have no problem eating ass.
Right.
Like none. I will fuck up my extensions.
I saw this meme the other day, and it was like you like someone getting really excited. It's like, here's you eating ass, eating pussy, sucking toes, whatever, and here's you with like the brown spot on the banana. You like won't eat it.
Yeah, because I will throw it away.
Meanwhile, you got your face in booty hole.
You won't eat the brown spot on the banana.
Have you ever had a foot near your face? I just don't think I have.
Yeah, like logistically, it feels unsexy to. How do you get down there? You just kind of
Okay,
get.
so here's my book. You're on the couch, you're watching like a movie, you're like
just-
rubbing your man's feet, and then you just like
it
put a
comes
toe
up.
in
It
your
starts
mouth.
coming up.
I can't make it sexy either.
I
Like I
can't
can
make
make
it-
butthole eating sexy. I can't make sucking on you. Like, am I gonna make eye contact while your toes in my mouth? I
no,
can't make it
you
sexy.
could be riding his dick and facing his feet, and then just
Oh.
grab the leg. That's how I almost.
Hold
do
on.
it.
Wow.
Wait,
That's
hold
a
on.
You
sexy
just
way.
blew my mind.
Reverse cowgirl.
Yeah,
To bend
reverse
over.
cowgirl.
and then you bend over because my back hurts. Sometimes I have.
I know,
I
but then
have
you're not.
sciatica.
His feet couldn't go. They
No,
go
no,
back.
no. So
You
you're
have to
I'm on
bring
you
them
like
to you.
this. I'm like riding you like this, and I just lean down and suck your toe.
Oh, you leaned. You got to have some mobility on that.
no, but he's
yeah.
laying down. No, you just lean forward. The
Oh,
toes
you
in your
can
face.
pull his leg to you. It can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just actually he brings his knees up a little
Huh.
bit.
I might try that.
I like reverse
girl.
cowgirl.
Depends on how long his legs are.
Yeah.
If you're fucking like.
But you're tall.
Yeah.
But Raina, you're little. You might not be able
Yeah,
to
if
do
it's
it.
like a-
He's gonna have to. bend
Listen,
his
I'm
leg.
like a spider monkey in bed, and I can get to every part of your body. I'm not worried about it. We're all the same height length.
That
now.
would be such an awkward thing if you couldn't quite get there, and now now he's slipping out, and, you're just trying.
and then
to
you
get down
accidentally fart because now it's too wet back there. Your booty hole is stretched too much.
You're trying to use your core strength, trying to get down there.
Sex
knew I
is
shouldn't have
ridiculous.
skipped
Can you
the
imagine
gym.
watching somebody like do this reverse cowgirl sucking on toes? Have you done this?
I tried to do it, but we switched positions before I could make it to the
Before
toes.
you can get down.
I I was like, I'm gonna do it. I like him. This is my man. It wasn't my man.
I'm about to do it tomorrow.
Ooh.
Maybe tonight.
That's why you're in a rush to get out of New York.
You have somebody lined up, or just whoever is around?
I do. There's a new person that just entered my life literally 3 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
And he like wants to pick me up from the airport when I leave tonight. And I'm not gonna do it with him. I just met him. I'm trying to do
You
better.
gotta save that for
Who
the
cares?
I'm trying to
cares?
do better. I'm trying to be a lady.
Why?
Girl.
He picks you up from Hartsville, Jackson. You better do
At
it.
12 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a late night.
That's
What
a
else
late-
are y'all gonna do? Talk?
I don't really know.
Go
But
to
he
Waffle
was
House?
really pressed about
Right.
picking me up. I hope he doesn't think I'm a whore because of the show.
Probably, but so what?
Oh man.
Because of this show?
Yeah. What if he's
Why?
like, yeah, that's why I'm picking you up at 12 a.m.
Well, it's a character. Like, I just, you bring out.
Is it though? We're not.
What
do you mean it's a
but
character?
because like on this show, like our job is to talk about sex and dating. I'm not going through life talking to every person about this stuff.
You're right.
Like
Right, and I
just
think
because I
people
talk about it
forget
on the
that.
show doesn't mean I owe it to every person.
To fuck
But
them.
men be
Yeah.
dumb. Men be dumb. Did y'all know that?
Huh?
Men
they're dumb?
be dumb.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
He's like, she must be a hooker.
right. He's like, clearly she's a prostitute.
Clearly she's a sex worker.
Mhm.
Kind of. All right. On that note, we're going to move on to weird sex. And when we come back, we're going to dive into our topics.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, you guys. So this week's weird sex. Speaking of porn, what would you do if you found out that the pilot had been masturbating the whole flight?
Was somebody else in the cockpit with them?
Yeah. Because he has
yeah.
a co-pilot.
Yeah. Somebody else was in there, and that's
Did we
how
land
they know
okay?
what he.
Like, I don't
I
know.
mean, everything landed fine, but he got in trouble. Like
He
big
should.
trouble. He works for Southwest
Wait,
Airlines.
this is
Oh,
real.
this happened.
See?
This
And-
happened.
And you know what? Southwest Airlines, them little kindergarten teacher outfits they got to wear. That's why.
Did you see the one of the guy just dancing? He was dancing like a stripper doing the security safety. He was on
No,
Southwest.
I just hate those little khaki shorts and the sneakers. Why do y'all have that on?
It does look like summer camp.
So the
But he was flying from Philly to Florida, and he was watching porn on a laptop. How did you have room for your laptop? It's a lot of buttons in
but
there.
you have two co-pilots.
He does, and he exposed himself to the co-pilot because he's in there watching
It's two
porn.
men. It was two
It
men.
was
and
the co-pilot was a woman.
I'm
it was a woman
sorry,
and a
what?
man. So he like assaulted her.
I mean,
essentially.
And she couldn't even go anywhere because
That
you
is-
got to land the plane.
That is honestly, like, jokes aside, a horrifying story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so all he got was 1 year of unsupervised probation and a $5,000 fine. Is that not crazy?
So he still has
land.
his
Can you
job?
walk me through this? They
No,
land
he
the
doesn't have his
plane, and
job.
she makes a report essentially saying he exposed himself and jerked off while we were.
He should
driving this
never be
plane.
able to
He can't
be a
fly
pilot
anymore.
again. Okay, all
But I
right.
felt like he should get a little bit more than a year.
I'm with you.
probation.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But at least
and
his
$5,000,
career's over.
like what? Mhm.
That's crazy. I used to be a flight attendant, and that's just crazy to know that that's what
Somebody
y'all
was-
up there doing.
I couldn't imagine. Imagine being the co-pilot.
No. Oh my God.
That is wild.
But I would have had to embarrass him. I think I would have gone.
You
on
got on the
intercom
mic?
and been like,
I would have just turned on the mic and
Ladies
so
and
people could hear
gentlemen.
the porn in the cabin.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least I'm gonna make a whole because I'm
Make
suing
a scene.
Southwest. I need an airplane. So
I hope she doesn't have to work anymore. Maybe she got to sue.
I hope she did.
For
and she
sure.
can just retire early.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
I'm
nice.
sorry to that lady.
If,
That
we
is
would, if you would have been on
horrible.
that flight and the female flight attendant comes on, she's like, excuse me, everyone.
The
I'd love
pilot?
to update you on what's going on right now.
Jeff is up here jacking his dick, and this is what I have to deal with as a female flight attendant.
Jeff is up here
pilot.
watching stepmom porn.
And I still have to land this plane, but I just want to let everyone know
That I had to do it because he's busy.
yes, and you all deserve free flights. I'm just doing it for the team. Y'all send Southwest an email so you can get free flights and
Right
and-
now.
Please
The
review this
Wi-Fi
flight.
is on.
Yes.
Take the quiz.
What if you found out you were on that flight?
Like later,
Yeah, like
right?
later.
I'm sure they said what flight it
What
was.
is happening?
That's horrible.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Anyway, that's weird sex. Thank you guys for sending me that story. That was wild.
That was wild. All right, y'all. So I need to know what is the male version of everybody has heard a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets. I recently met a man that he literally embodies all of this. He looks like a husband, like a good, well-behaved husband, right? Like he just looks very innocent. He be fucking the shit out of me. And he has a small dick, but he knows how.
So how does that work?
He knows how to use it. It's weird. Like he'll like grab my body in ways and like either smush things together or spread it together so he can still hit walls.
Okay.
Like he has
Don't
like
drop your computer.
he be knowing how to move it. And I was just like, I woke up one morning, he was still in my bed. And I was like, oh hey. And he was like, I was like, you are the male version of a lady in the streets and a freak. You just wouldn't think that he knew how to have sex. He doesn't look
Is he
like
really
he's
like
this
straight
freaky.
laced?
Very
He wears
like
suits all the time.
not all the time, but he makes sure he makes sure that he irons everything. He's always matching. He's just very clean. His nails are.
Can I ask you a question? Is he really alpha and that's why you don't expect that from him? Or is he really beta and that's why you don't
He's very alpha.
Okay.
He's like dominant,
Professional.
talk dirty, and
But you wouldn't think that he would
for sure
do this.
you don't see it coming.
And I was like, what can I call him? Any ideas, lady?
Christian Grey.
What?
No,
Christian
because
Grey.
like I get it in the streets. He's like, what is a word for what do you call? Is he like dorky or just like
That's
like
what I was
straight
asking.
laced?
Is he professional or is he
Very
like
professional, very straight laced.
What kind of job does he have?
He works in tech.
Salesforce? I can
Nerd.
feel
Sounds
it.
like a nerd. Yeah.
Definitely a nerd.
Okay.
Definitely
I'm
a nerd.
trying to
And
think of a
I
funny
just
thing.
knew in my head when I was like, okay, when I give up the pussy, this probably ain't gonna be good. And then I was like, oh,
Wait a minute.
you can never judge a book by its cover.
Ever.
You never can. Okay,
Wait, I
you have
feel
no
like I'm
idea.
feeling like I'm trying to work through this. Like I feel like it's beige in the streets and like something.
beige,
Like he's just kind of
Like,
like
beige is
like,
boring.
so yeah, just like boring.
square
Yeah,
in the streets,
And then what in the sheet?
and then
Maybe that's why there is no phrase
because we haven't been able to think of it.
Yeah.
Well, you sent us that in advance, and I thought of like another type of guy in particular, different vibe, but like the guy that's like so it's like a New York finance type, very wealthy, really dominant, like
That's what I was
like kind of an
picturing.
asshole, and then he wants to be like crazy dominated in the bedroom. Those are the guys like want to get pissed on, and they want you to like call him names
Yeah.
and degrade them. Like there's we've talked to dominatrixes about this, about it's not all, but there is a specific type of guy that's like so alpha in the streets and like needs to be degraded in the sheets.
Yes, and they can also take it. Like they know that they're so alpha in life that it's like fine.
Well, I think
that
they
you
know they're a
degrade
piece
them.
of shit, and so they want you to tell them it in the bedroom.
have you guys ever pegged a man?
No, I got pretty close with a couple people, and
How do you get close? Hold on, you had the dick out and you was about to put it in his butthole, and he was like, "Oh, never
I got
mind."
emotionally close to it, not physically close.
Oh, like we talked
I'm
about
like, and he
it.
was like, "Never mind, never mind."
You
never
thought
mind.
about it? You thought
I thought about it. That's how close I got. No, I was seeing this guy, and he had. This was way before the podcast, years before, and I had said like what he was asking me, what are your sexual fantasies, and I was like, I don't know, I'm just like a regular, normal stuff, you know. And I said, what are yours? And he mentioned pegging, and it was. I mean, I just had never heard it. This was like, so it was like 8 years ago. I'd never heard of this thing before. I didn't know people did this. I was like, is this fucking normal? And I started looking it up and it was like, oh, all men, tons of men really like this and enjoy it. I don't know how I'd feel about actually doing it. It's hard to say like how I'd feel after it happened.
For me,
have you
it
guys
sounds
both?
like too much. I've never done it.
I've never done it either. I want to try it, I think. But then I was also thinking, I don't like to do too much work.
It
during
sounds
sex.
like a lot
Like,
of
I'm
work.
really tired.
And men are heavy, and I don't know if I could really do
I
that.
don't really want to be in control.
And also, I was fucking a bitch, and she put on a dildo, and she fucked me with it, and I didn't like it. So like,
Oh.
I don't even like how it like you put it on like a waist cincher, and it holds your booty up,
Right.
And like, I don't like seeing that.
You don't? So that turns me on. The thought of like a girl fucking me with. But
Okay,
That's
more. More.
I think in my mind I like the idea of pegging, but if I actually saw a man on all fours
Bust
spreading
his booty
butthole,
hole open.
I don't know if it
But
would
I
turn me
wouldn't
on or
ever.
not.
I don't think I would ever do it with somebody that I saw a future with. Like for me, it would be like a one night check the box. Like,
okay, I tried it.
Yeah.
but I don't think. And I could be wrong, but I mean, I think that's the concern that you don't really look at someone the same.
That's
after
what I'm
that.
saying. I don't know how I'd
husband
feel
tell you on
afterwards.
your
Yeah.
wedding night.
Because if
Hey,
you pissed
baby.
me off, I would say something. And that's why I fucked your ass.
Yes, I would never let it
and
go.
I'll do it again.
Yeah, you're over here like you talking all that shit, but who had their booty hole spread open,
Mm-hmm.
ready
that?
to take this dick?
I don't think I can fuck a guy and have him be like, and like looking back at
I
me.
know.
Because
Please don't look at me.
There's no masculine way to do it.
Yeah.
You have to bend over and spread your booty hole, and then I gotta be like, baby, are you good? Are you? Because I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to break.
A finger I'm fine. If I'm like sucking your dick, I think it's like so naughty to like slip a finger in somebody's butt. And like that turns me on to just do something kind of gross and
totally
naughty.
different.
I've never dealt with a man that would let me do that.
I have. I like doing it.
Put a
And I
finger.
have nails.
You mean to even put a finger in?
Mhm.
How do y'all do that with a
So
nail?
I
Go
usually don't
slow.
go all the way up. I like really sort of like to just like rim it, put a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
Like I don't need
The
to
pressure.
Sometimes I use my knuckle,
okay.
Yeah.
so it
knuckles
doesn't
are
really
good call.
go far.
Yeah.
but it's like hard.
Yeah.
So.
And do they be moaning?
Well, I'm sucking their dick too, so
Okay.
yeah.
I
But
think if they're into it, it feels great. I mean, that's
Mhm.
like prostate play, right? Like
Yeah.
that's there. It feels nice for them.
yeah,
People always forget about the balls.
I like those too. They're a lot easier to suck because sometimes the dicks.
I love them in my hand. They're like stress balls. I like how they move. Like you go like that, like marbles.
Oh.
Mhm. It's like stress relief.
So that brings me to our next topic. I was recently in Miami and got flued out. And I was in the pool and there were some girls and they listened to CockTales. Shout out to y'all. They're from DC.
I love that.
And they were like, recently, they were talking to some guys. These were black women. They were talking to some black men, and they were like talking about head and which race of people gives the best head.
What?
And the black men said that white girls give the best head because y'all don't use your hands
This is
and you don't
insane.
get tired. And I was like,
Don't use your hands. That's a positive thing.
yeah. And I was like,
What
What
that?
experience has he had?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
know.
But then I was like, well, we're about to do Girls Gotta Eat and they white. So like I wanted to know, do y'all be sucking dick crazy
Well,
good and do
also-
you use your hands? Because I feel like the hands help.
We are all about the hands. I mean, we did a blowjob episode. Like you got to cover the dick with your hands. It should.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be able to catch a
Pressure and
breeze.
stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, so the stereotype is that Jewish girls suck the best dick. A white Jewish girl, which is Rayna, so she can
Really?
speak on the Jewish
Yeah,
stereotype.
you speak on being
girls.
Jewish and sucking dick. I love sucking dick. I mean, I find it really powerful to like turn a person on that much. You're doing this thing they can't do themselves. It's like so
Do
sexy
you get
to
messy
me.
with it?
Yeah, I get messy. I like
What was that
to
head
make
movement?
eye contact.
sloppy.
Yeah, I like to spit on the dick. I let the saliva drip down their balls. I'll rub their dick on my lips and on my tits. Like I go crazy with the dick, and I love it. Always a hand.
I don't understand what he
Never
meant. I
not
feel
a
like I need to
hand.
talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm wondering that too because I've never heard
What are
that
you talking about? White
anybody
girls to
use
get your
no
hands behind their back, just like,
what are you
deep throating.
doing?
And maybe
then I
he
also-
wants to fuck their face.
Maybe.
Getting
I
your
don't
face
like
fucked
a
is
face
different.
fuck. I don't
But
like
then
a
I think
face
he
fuck.
would have clarified that.
Totally.
It's so interesting. Like
That's weird.
even like, I mean, I've never even white women that do podcasts about sucking dick talk about hand methods. Like I've never heard that.
I've never heard. Do you think it's because maybe he had like a couple bad experiences with somebody who? I think the hands can go wrong. You got to have really
They
good
can.
coordination.
Hands can
with-
make you lazy
They're just
because
like,
I use the hands to trick you. I put a little spit
Me
on
too.
there. And I'm not even
yeah,
sucking
same.
anymore.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think it can be bad hand mouth coordination, and then it probably is pretty bad.
Mhm.
And if you squeeze like too hard, maybe.
And if it's not, there's no spit down there, no
Right.
lube or
Or no
anything.
Now
lube,
you're
It's
just
just
rubbing,
dry and
he's
just
looking
chafing his
bored, and
dick.
you're like, I don't even want to do this no more. We recently learned a new technique from a young lady on another podcast, and she said that she scratches her man's dick, and he really loves it.
Like
Okay.
a light with her nails.
No,
like
she
a
said she
light-
does it hard, like over the top, and you just.
Yeah,
Squeeze
he
it and
was
pull
also
up.
saying he likes a lot of pain. I was
Yeah.
like, I should.
Okay.
not try
He likes his
that.
balls crunched,
crunched.
like
just really.
on.
like squeeze
no,
it until they're
squeeze 'em.
smushed.
I had somebody that wanted that once, and I
Really?
never forget about it. I'm still traumatized from it.
Dude,
He was
that's
like
kinda
yelling at me to like
concerning.
keep tugging on
I mean,
them
that's
as
like
hard
a
as
thing.
possible.
Then.
Yeah.
Tugging.
He was like,
Yeah.
pull on them harder. Like it freaked me out. I was like, I'm gonna dislocate these.
I don't think I could do it. I think I'd be like,
I think
I
that's like
did.
anything else. Like there's a lot of women that want more pain than others too. That
Yeah.
are like hit me
I don't
harder.
want-
Yeah.
You know,
We
like
were on a lot of drugs also, so I probably just couldn't feel it.
he probably had a high pain tolerance.
Yeah, there was a guy he used to like for me to pull one of his balls like to the side when I was sucking it and just stretch it as far as it
Don't
would
hide
go.
that pussy. Divide that ball. He said, divide them balls, baby.
Yeah,
They
I
are
was like, this is
individuals.
weird.
Can you imagine that dirty talk? Divide my balls. Divide my balls.
Like, what?
He's a
They're
math.
stuck
He's a math
together.
teacher. He just really gets off on it.
That is crazy. Do you guys have you guys ever been having sex and you knew your pussy stank and the person told you? Or he just have you ever had that happen? One time I did have BV and I still was trying to
Having
fuck.
sex.
And if have y'all ever had BV before?
Yeah.
It's
No.
bacterial vaginosis.
Yeah.
It can make your pussy smell like a sewage.
It's
bad.
terrible.
Mhm.
It's very bad. It can change your life.
I feel like no one's ever told me, but I
Men
know
are nasty because they will still fuck you with stanky coochie.
Yeah, but the guy that I feel like I don't want to know if I say got it from, but the first time I ever got it, like right at the end of college, the guy I was seeing, like I'm thinking right towards the end, we fucked a couple times when I had it, and it probably was not a great smell for anybody. But then I cleared it up. I've only had it twice.
You could smell it in the room. It like filled the room.
I don't know about filled the room.
It can fill a room if it's
all-
small enough.
And if you're really have a lot of
Yeah.
fluids
Uh-huh.
and it's just
Yeah,
it's hot and
bad.
black.
It smells like the streets outside.
Oh,
like
okay.
New
I've
York
never
City.
smelled it.
It's
Unfortunately,
a funk.
yeah.
It's a funk for sure.
I mean, you have a hole inside of the cavity of your body. I mean, it makes sense.
But then remember I had got that yeast infection, trauma related, and she told me I had BV at the same time. I mean, I was fucked up down there, but I never smelled that. I don't know what happened. But that time in college, I was like, something is funky. I was trying to eat pineapple. You don't know any better. Like this
Yeah,
was like
just, what do
the
I
early
do? How do I
2000s.
fix it?
I was
Yeah.
like, what fruit can I eat? And finally, I went to the gyno. She was like, bitch, just shoot this foam up there. And just,
One time, my friend Colleen, she told me I had BV and I was getting flued out again. And I was like, I can't go here with this stanky coochie. She was like, go to the store, buy a bag of cranberries, and put them inside of your vagina. I'm
Medina, you
stuffing,
did that?
I'm in the bathtub
No.
stuffing my pussy like a turkey.
A Thanksgiving
Get it
turkey.
out.
You gotta just push them back out. She was like, yeah, put the.
Did you count them?
I just grabbed a handful and started
Did you
pushing
count them? Because how do you know if you got them all out?
Because what
I
you
am
do
dead.
is you take a douche and you douche it with
See,
water, not a real
okay,
douche.
so
You get
you
one of
make
those
sure you
empty
get it
douches
out.
and you put water in there and douche it out, and then they come.
I'm mad.
It
that
was
you
a very
listened to
bad
that.
idea, and it did not work. I was like, bitch, this did not work. I just need to go to the doctor and get that little cream or gel.
Yeah.
I will say mine smells different all the time. I was really remember that time it didn't smell for like a while. There was
you were
no
upset.
smell.
You
I
were
was upset that it had no smell at all, which I was upset about. I feel like when you're on your period, I can smell the iron a little bit, like from the blood.
And
pennies.
like the last day or like your periods just ended. That's like the worst day. I feel like that's when I don't.
I like
And
it.
it's got still a little color to it. I'm like, I don't know.
Are y'all okay with period sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's. I can't speak like from someone who has a crazy heavy flow where it's going to look like a murder scene afterwards. Like I've never really had that. So, and to me, it's like it's something I probably would only do with like someone I was dating, like a boyfriend. Like I don't know, one night stand. I'm like, surprise,
You're a
like that guy in
sweetheart.
Greece. I'm like, hey, boo.
I've definitely had one night stand period sex,
You
but I
have?
let you know.
But are
I'm
you
like,
bleeding all over the place? Or are you a heavy
day
flow?
one period. This recently happened, and I was like,
good for you.
hey, I think it puts a spell on them though, like because a
Mhm.
little
I
bit
think
of
so
your
too.
blood gets in their little hole, and now you're connected. It's like y'all had a baby.
And when you're in your period, you like look better and everything.
Yeah, everything's
like
all
your boobs are bigger.
Yeah, I was like, just so you
Mhm.
know, I'm on day one period. Like we gotta lay some towels down. He took the tampon. I was like, let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he doesn't care. I mean, I'll do it in the shower. I got an IUD this year. And so the first couple months, it was like crime scene, like for days and days. And I had sex for the first time during my period with my IUD, and there was like a pool of blood. Like
I
I
was just okay with it.
what was my boyfriend? So also it was
Okay.
different. Like that was somebody that I loved and had like a nice committed relationship with. I'm sure he didn't love getting blood dumped all over him, but like it was a hotel bed. What do I care?
Oh,
Yeah.
hotel sex can get nasty.
I like
that's the
hotel
best.
sex.
So do I.
Yes.
Before we move on to indecisive Diane, I want to know, what is everybody's first thought when you have a pregnancy scare?
I've never had one. Have you?
You've never had a pregnant. You're responsible.
Well, I've been on birth control most of my life. I was off birth control for quite a long time, but I wasn't having consistent sex. And if I ever have like a scare, I will take Plan B.
You're immediately like Plan B.
I'm like immediately at the store. I will take
Yeah.
one. I'm not trying to. I don't want to roll the dice with that shit. I'm not trying to have a kid. What? Oh, you know what? I mean, I wouldn't call it a pregnancy scare. I fucked this guy in Australia when we were there last, right before COVID. Got back. The quarantine started, and my period was almost 3 weeks late. But I usually get my period every 6 weeks. So, but that I was like, oh my god, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like, what am I gonna do?
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I had one, maybe this was like 5 or so years ago with my ex. I mean, because I had gone off birth control and then we started dating and I eventually got back on it. But like that month was like, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
So, and I had these insane pregnancy symptoms, which was just from getting back on birth control after not being on it. But I was like, there's just no way. Like the way that I felt in my body, I was like, this is fucking crazy. So I took a pregnancy test. It just, I don't know. I'm a person who would just get an abortion. It wouldn't, I would.
Same.
I don't,
Hold on now.
I don't know how. Right. I mean, I'm like, I was in Georgia at the time. I don't know what's going on in Georgia now. But I
was gonna have that baby.
Yeah. Exactly.
I already decided I'm going to Chicago. We can still go.
New York, we feel pretty safe. But
that's gonna be the new get flued out trip. Where are you going? Chicago?
Yeah.
New
New York,
Chicago.
LA. But it wasn't. It was kind of like if this is. I'll tell
really
my
didn't wanna
partner.
spend
I
my
knew
money
he
on
didn't
this,
really
but I
want
got
kids.
to.
Definitely telling whoever I think I'm pregnant because I want you to be just as stressed as
And
I
I really-
am. And I might even lie to you and tell you I'm keeping this baby. Because I just want you to be stressed. I know I ain't keeping that baby, but I want you to be stressed because why the fuck did you come up inside me like this?
But I
Probably because you asked him to.
It's because I'm begging for it, honestly. They're like, you asked for this.
But he really, we dated for a couple years and we were very much in love at one point. And he was so into me at the beginning that I feel like he would have been like, let's keep it. Like, I feel like he would have been like,
I definitely dealt with a few men that I know they wanted to trap me.
Yeah, definitely. And I was like, don't you do this?
He said that towards the end of our breakup. He said, I wish I could just get you pregnant. And
Yeah,
keep
I'm
you.
like,
'Cause
wait
I
a
was like
minute.
trying to move away.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, have you guys had pregnancy dirty talk? Like, when you're fucking a guy, are they like, I'm going to get you so pregnant?
Yeah.
And
And
you
I was like,
it?
okay.
See?
I should not have done that. So y'all wish me luck because that was recent.
I have, yeah. I recently, we took it so far with the pregnancy talk that he downloaded an app that shows you what your baby would look like. I'm going to show y'all what the baby
Oh,
looked
you
like.
showed me
Little
those
baby was
pictures.
ugly. I was like,
That
oh, do not come up inside me. This baby going to have a hard life.
I was on the internet like, what does the baby look like when it's 18 hours old in the womb? I was ready.
It's hard out here.
It's going to have a hard life.
All right, y'all. We're going to move on to Indecisive Diane. When we come back, we're going to dive into a little bit of advice. And Ashley and Rayna are going to help us give you some advice.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, and congrats on your 300th episode. That's a lot. A lot of cocktails. That means your legs was okay. Well, here, this week I want to give you a place that's located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's called Waltz's Barbecue. I went there on a date, and I know you're like, barbecue, that's not a date spot, but they have an amazing brunch. Here's the address, 4501 Butler Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go there. You're gonna love it.
Okay, and we are back from Indecisive Diane, and now it's time for the advice. Remember, you can shoot us an email if you want us to answer your question on the show. Okay, you want to go first?
I'll go first. So the first one is titled Halfway Out of the Closet. She said, y'all, I don't know if I need advice or a prayer.
Did you write this? Halfway out of the closet?
Oh, that's funny.
Are you halfway out of the closet?
No.
She's just peeking out.
I'm a straight woman who likes to fuck bitches from time to time.
I feel like that's like kind of the vibe I get on Wheezy and Mandy too. That just seems like what they're.
Those girls are not straight.
Okay. I don't know.
Anyways, I don't know who else to share this to, but y'all, please feel free to laugh at me. I laughed at myself after this
I'm
embarrassment.
gonna laugh.
This was a couple weeks ago. I visited my sister's crib and invited one of her friends I'm also cool with over for some drinks and to catch up. We had some good red wine and watched music videos while we all vented about our man issues. It was a vibe. Those are good nights.
That sounds so fun.
I know.
does.
I'm turned on.
I know.
We then all decided to watch a movie or a show to end the night with before we all called it a night. I told them I had a Hulu password someone gave me to watch this show called Atlanta. So I pulled out my phone and went automatically to Safari. And while I had my phone out, I decided to tell my sister drunkenly to invite our older brother's little boy I haven't met yet while I was in town, since I planned on taking my other niece and nephew. She really got all
my
these
God.
goddamn
You guys lost
details
me.
in here.
Is this important?
And while I was telling my sister about the plans, she made this weird face. I was confused, so I looked down at my phone to find the password for Hulu. Did y'all know I had a whole lesbian porn site on my Safari screen? Bitch. I'm talking about.
X out of that the second you're done orgasming.
That's why you got to
That's
clear
my
your
advice.
history, because you never know when you're going to pull up that whole little screen where it shows everything you've been looking at.
I hate typing a website that starts with a P. Automatically it says Pornhub. And I'm like, stop telling my business.
Right? And if somebody's over your shoulder, like waiting for you to show them whatever you about to show them, you're like,
fuck, just ignore this. Okay.
bitch. I'm talking about two girls filling up on each other's titties, sex screen paused on my phone. On the highest brightness, bro, my heart sank to my stomach. I was so embarrassed. And what makes me more mad is that this is not the first time. My older sister found lesbian porn on my laptop history when I was in high school years ago. I'm 26 now, still watching the same shit. Out of all my sisters, I'm the only one that watches lesbian porn and porn in general. Why I don't tell my sister what type of porn I be watching.
Me either. That's weird.
I'm more open with my sexuality because I genuinely don't care what people think of me. But all my sisters are the complete opposite. They are all very non-sexual. And if they were sexual, they keep it a complete secret. Meanwhile, I have sex at parties with one guy and flirt and make out with another guy. And then I go into a room with a whole new guy and I let him fill up on me. I bet you just a hoe. It's okay.
Sounds like a fun party. Right?
And I did that all on the same night. Bitch, I like to have fun. I'm
so
free
funny.
and I'm sexual and I'm safe
Ashley's
with
like, "Can I
whoever
come
the
to
fuck
that
I want. I don't care about hiding shit. What you see is what you get. Sagittarius shit. Everyone in my okay. This is a lot. She
Okay.
said,
Go down to am I okay?
She is really unloading a lot.
okay, I'm skipping all that. She said, am I okay by keeping this under wraps and continuing to do me? Or should I assess this elephant in the room? Also, Medina girl, I got a huge girl crush on you. Okay. I would love to suck on your... I would love to suck on your clit one day as a friend. I have a feeling
I'll do that to my friends.
That quote, I would love to suck on your clit one day as a friend, is the best thing I've
putting
ever
it on a shirt.
Then she's like, Sagittarius shit, you know.
She said, I have a feeling you taste scrumptious. Okay, bye.
Bella looked up. Bella was like,
Bitch, what is going on? Happy 300th episode.
Yes, I told you all the girls want you.
That is crazy.
as a friend, just as a friend.
Just as a friend. Nothing more, nothing less. All my bridesmaids gonna be eating my pussy.
That's another type of porn. I watch that sometimes. Those are fun. The
I
wedding
didn't
porn.
know that was a porn.
I also like that
the
as
wedding
a merch
porn.
idea too.
There's wedding porn. What is this?
Crazy.
They just do all sorts of things. Like they might have an orgy with the bridal party. Or
There's wedding themed porn.
I love those. Mhm.
Ashley's like, I just love it. It's like girlfriends. It's female empowerment theme.
Love you guys.
The maid of honor's in charge.
There's a plan. Someone's in charge.
There's a good playlist. Everyone has hair and makeup.
Yeah, it's gonna be really pretty.
If I'm gonna have an orgy with a bunch of women, I would prefer hair and makeup for everyone.
I would
Yeah.
too. I want it to be a show.
So she wants advice.
Wait, is this over?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. So, so she wanted to know, should you continue doing... I think it's really
She
odd.
should come out to her family.
Wait, hold on.
About
Is
what's
she-
going on.
Is
She-
she
so she-
feeling like she's not straight, or she just likes lesbian
She
porn?
says she just likes doing hoe shit.
and gay shit. And that's what you like to do. But I also think it's weird that you're like, I don't care what people think about me.
But
well,
you
you
do.
cannot care what people think about you and still care what your sibling
wait,
thinks
can
about
I
you.
back up? Did I miss something about her doing anything with women, or she just likes lesbian porn?
We did.
She
skip
says, I'm not a
half.
hoe, but I do have hoe tendencies and I'm not ashamed. Should I come out to my sisters even though I don't like labels, nor do I think
Come
I
out.
am
Okay,
bi
so
or
she's into
lesbian?
women. Okay.
I mean, I'll date or have sex with a woman, but I don't consider myself bi or lesbian.
I
I,
got it.
just don't
Okay.
like love.
So let me just
I
say
go
her.
off vibes.
She's
She
just
literally
saying,
said
do
that. She
I-
really didn't write this.
I really didn't write this.
Okay.
And you sound like me, sis, for real. And I just don't. I don't feel like I would need to tell my family, hey, y'all, sometimes I be eating pussy. They would be like,
Why are you telling me?
why are you telling us this? Are they coming? Are you bringing them to Thanksgiving? They're gonna have the Christmas pajamas with us? Like, no. So I don't think you need to say anything.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we
either.
were talking about this recently, because we were talking about this guy that like is straight, but then he like kisses guys sometimes. And then we were just talking to Bella, and Bella was like, we were like, are the younger generation just not? She was like, people aren't like coming out like this. They're like, I don't need to come out. I can do whatever I want. Like it doesn't. I don't need to have a label. Like straight people don't need to come out as straight. You know. So
True.
it's just. I think people are just doing a lot of stuff that's such a great quote, what you just said. I don't need to tell my family I'm eating pussy. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't.
It's none of your business. I think sometimes you need to tell people, mind your business. Like,
I think she's saying, do I need to address the elephant in the room with my
Which
sibling?
was what, the lesbian
which is that
porn?
they saw the lesbian porn, because now I think she's like, okay, is the narrative amongst my family that I'm a lesbian, and what does that look like? And are people asking questions about my sexuality? I
see.
completely
Okay.
co-sign everything Ashley says. You don't owe anybody anything, and you're allowed to not label anything at all. You're allowed to be like, today I'm doing this shit, and tomorrow I might do this shit, and then tomorrow I might do another. You know, I'm trying to think if I had a same-sex sibling, and I don't. Like, if my brother opened my phone and saw lesbian porn, he probably would just laugh at me. And like a few days later, I don't know that I'd feel the need to like, hey, just circling back on this to bring it back to the top of your inbox. I'm not a lesbian.
But also, it sounds like the family's like more repressed, which is like kind of a bummer for her. Like,
That sucks.
if you feel like you're just totally on a different page than the rest of your whole family.
I recently, like I said, I was fucking with a girl and she was a real lesbian. I'm like a play lesbian, but she looks like a dude. And I had to go to my brother's house. And I was like, you want to come with me? And I was just, because I just wanted to see like what my brother would feel like.
What happened?
Nothing happened. I brought her over and she was talking to my brother. We were hanging out with my niece and my nephew, and I had to go pick something up. And then when we left and we ended the night, I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder if I should I wonder if my brother's like thinking like, what's going on here? Or is Dean gay, or like what's going on? But then I thought about it. I was like, I actually don't care. Like, what you thinking? Like, and if you are thinking something, I feel like people put you're putting the elephant in the room. Like, you don't have, I just don't think it's something I needed to address. I didn't need to sit everybody down and be like, hey, you guys. So I'm dabbling in women now.
And like, are you projecting?
I'm not going to make it a big deal.
There? Like,
yeah.
are people actually, has the vibe shifted at all, or it's in your head? Like,
right.
And it also might be, you said that they're non-sexual people, so they might be like, why are you watching porn, period? Not even paying attention to what
they might not even notice.
That's true also. I think it's okay also, like if it really feels weird to say to your sibling, like, it's a perfect world. I mean, it sounds a little corny, but like, I know you saw something on my phone. I'm proud of everything about my life. And if you have questions, you are welcome to ask me.
And also, like, it, oh my God, I just like totally lost my train of thought.
I hate when that happens.
I literally had this thing I was going to say. Forget it.
That's all right.
I think you can just put it on them. And if like, and then you've cleared the air, you've made it a definitive statement. I am pretty comfortable with who I am.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Does she want to come out? Like, Rayna and I always like do this thing of like, how would this feel if this was the outcome? Like, does the thought of telling your family what you're into feel like a nice sense of relief? Do you feel a sense of calm about it? Is that something you want to do? Or does us telling you, girl, you don't have to do anything, make you feel good? Like, are you itching to come out to somebody? And that's a different conversation. Or are you feeling like you have to for some reason that it doesn't exist?
Yeah. And I don't feel like she wants to, because she already said she doesn't like labels.
And they don't seem, if she says they're not super sexual.
They're not like pressed about it. Yeah.
So that's a can of worms. Don't open it.
Tell us how it goes. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Good luck.
Hey,
maybe you should meet up with her. She wants to eat your clit as a friend. Eat your clit.
Why do you highlight that part? We putting that on the shirt.
I do not want to eat Ashley's clit as a friend.
Me either. Like, what? Don't ask me to do that. Could you imagine if I was like, Medina, can I come over and eat your clit?
Would she say suck on your clit?
Why are
Suck on
as
your
a
clit?
friend?
Why are you saying eat?
I don't know.
It's happened. Did you fall on hard times? Do you want me to pay you? Because
Yes. Yes, actually. How much? Okay. Hey, Kiki and Medina. First of all, love your podcast. I'm already on the 100th episode. Ooh, you got a long way to go. And it's only been a few weeks. I wanted to get some advice on how to get over someone you've never even dated. Now, girl, I met this
your
guy.
man that's not your man.
I met this guy back in 2018 or 2019. I met him on social media. He has always been in my DMs for years, and I liked him even more when my ex-boyfriend / baby daddy snatched my phone from my hand and looked through my phone and saw that we were DMing each other. He looked at me surprised and said he hit you up, like as if I'm not a freaking goddess, and then proceeded to say, I'm just surprised because every girl in this town wants him and he's a little out of your league. What
I'm punching you in your throat.
I was so shocked because I was pregnant with his child, and this man took every opportunity during those 9 hard months to belittle me and make me feel like the ugliest person in the world. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I found out later that my baby daddy likes dick, so all the negative energy made sense. Plot twist, he wanted that other man all to himself. Anyways, back to the main topic. This man's name was John, and he was fine, but he wasn't like GQ model fine. I only wanted to get back at my baby daddy for making me feel like I couldn't get him. We went on a couple of dates, and it honestly didn't go anywhere. There was no spark. no connection, and we had nothing in common. The only thing we did was kiss. I gave him hints I wanted to smash, but he was always trying to go to my house, and I lived with my mom at the time, so that was out of the question. We never got to his crib, and we never smashed. I let it go because what the fuck do I look like asking for dick? My homegirl told me he might have been either living with a girl or homeless, and I didn't stay long enough to find out. We haven't spoken in almost 2 years. We kind of just drifted apart, and I even unfollowed him on IG recently because I saw that he has a whole ass relationship and still swiping up on my IG stories. My question is, why can't I get this man out of my head in 2022? Is this normal? I know I don't like him, but I have dreams about him a lot. Wet dreams. Even dreams about marrying this man. Well, I have no intention on saying yes if he popped the question. What? He's not asking you anything. I'm not gonna...
Did you write this?
Bitch, I don't be acting like this
Kiki
now.
created a whole wedding invitation with somebody that was not her boyfriend.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Anyway.
I photoshopped this guy's face onto a ton of wedding photos.
Okay,
of
so we're
me and
all a
him,
little
so
crazy.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's
we've
that
all
crazy.
been
Yeah,
there.
but I knew. I'm not over here like, oh, I can't get him out of my head. I'm not going to lie. I'm 26 now and I have high standards for myself. I no longer allow men from my past back in my life. But why is this man stuck in my head? He legit lives rent-free in my head. Bro, I feel like he did some type of witchcraft on me. Please let me know if this is normal and I'm not going crazy. My homegirl says this has never happened to them and I think those bitches are lying. I don't think they're lying. Honorable mention, I haven't had good dick in years since my ass learned my worth and became celibate. I think I'm 3 to 4 years celibate now, and I'm not like sexually frustrated. I have my rose toy. I'm not gonna lie, I found out I was a squirter when I bought it. Best purchase ever. Yours truly stuck on stupid. Yeah, girl, I'm sorry, I can't relate. I think you're horny.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a couple things at play here. I think that there's nobody else taking up her time. I think that it's just easy to revert to the last person that you cared about. I think it's easy to imagine and project thoughts and feelings onto a past person that like didn't really exist to imagine the best of them. And you cannot look at them on social media. The best, most healthy thing I've ever done for myself is unfollow. Don't look at them for my Finsta. Like,
girl, I've even gotten to the point where when I meet somebody and I know that I really am vibing with you and I like you, I don't even want us to exchange Instagrams. No, we don't even exchange Instagrams. I don't need to because I'm gonna I can get crazy girl real quick.
Yeah. I mean, she also just, it's probably everything that Rayna said also sounds like there was a lack of closure in like some way. Like it didn't work out the way she wanted it to. So she's just like obsessing. And there's nobody else to like fill the void. Like this is like a total block them. Like we say this all the time. People, you don't look at somebody in social media, they cease to exist. I don't know anything the Kardashians are ever doing until I see it somewhere else because I don't like follow them. And also find a hobby. Like think like, and
you got too much time on your hands.
Join my book club.
Yeah.
Yes. Do literally anything.
Get in our app.
Yeah, she's. I think she's just bored, like, and this is the last
I have
time.
other things for you.
You guys got a game. She's got plenty of options. Yeah.
I didn't really have anything going on with men for a while, and I started like thinking about my ex, and Ashley was like, "What is going on?" And I was like, "I just don't have anything else going on." So it's easy to like revert to the last person.
But also, like, I don't want to shame her. Like, nothing's weird. Everything's. Some other people do this. Like, it's she knows she doesn't want to be doing this. Like, she's like, "Am I crazy? Like, this is crazy." Like, I don't want to obsess with this guy. Like, no one wants this. She's not like some weird freak, but she, should like try to do whatever she can to stop obsessing.
You need other things to do.
Go, you can come on a wellness retreat in December. Go to paradiseandvibe.com and come.
Okay, so that's it for the advice, you guys. Thank you so much for sending that in. And now it's time to move on to the cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. One double D, so stuck. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
So if you have a cocktail that you would like to share on the show or us to share on the show, you can email it to us, cocktails@atl@gmail.com. Okay, ladies. I'm really excited to hear your stories.
Oh, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
I have not talked about this on the podcast. I've been talking about this at the live shows, but I'm not going to anymore. So I reconnected with somebody who I had really liked previously. We reconnected in LA, and we went out. And it was really fun. We were making out, and the kissing was like great. And we went back to the hotel, and it was just like pretty late. Like, we're drunk, it's late. You're like, I know we're gonna hook up, like the vibes there, but like I just don't want this to go on forever. And so like we start having sex. It's maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm on top, and I like finish, and it's great. I'm like ready to like stop and just go to bed. So I'm like, okay, get on top of me, and like just let's pound it out. Let's go to sleep. And I was like begging for his cum. I just like wanted it to end so badly. And the sound that like came out of his body when he came, I have had sex with dozens of people. I've never heard anything like this. It was the longest cum I have ever heard.
What did it sound like?
A long cum. I mean, it was like, and then he took a deep breath to like get more air in his lungs and kept going.
Oh my God.
It went on forever. I was like staring at the ceiling. I swear to God, I kept thinking about Ashley. I was like, I just wish somebody was here to hear this. Like, I was looking at the lamp like, are you fucking hearing this? This is crazy. I have never heard anything like this. It just went on and on and on. He like keep filling
on
his air.
drugs?
No, it was just late at night.
It's just
was
his style, I think.
It was the most.
He's a long
ick.
comer.
He's a long comer. It was so much ick in my like. I don't know if I could ever do it again.
I would have. I think my face would have been like,
That's
what's
like, you're just laying
happening?
there like, oh my God.
Are
And then
you okay?
The next morning, Rayna comes up. We were staying at this hotel in LA, and I'm at the pool, like waiting for her to come up and like get the tea. And I was like, oh my God, how was last night? Was it so great? You know, because she had kind of had a thing for this guy, and then they like years prior. And so I was like, this is it. The big night happened, you know. And she's just not as effervescent and excited as I expected.
I built this up in my mind for years.
Yeah,
I
so-
masturbated to this forever.
And I know they like had bounced around the night before and gone these places, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Like her vibe is just off. She's like, yeah, he spent the night, and I'm like, what is? And finally,
Where's the rest?
Finally, she was like, he was a long comer, and I was like, I feel like I knew what she meant, and I was like upset I didn't hear it. Like I was like, if you fuck tonight, set up your voice memo when he comes, and just reach over and tap it. I have to hear this.
I would have had to do that. I've done it with people who snore. Like if I'm asleep with them and he just sounds like a hibernating bear. Why the fuck do you sound like this? And I gotta record it and send it to somebody.
Yeah.
I just love cum so much. I love the sound a man makes when they come. I like just like the grunting. I like to hear what comes out of their mouth. Like I've never heard a sound like this, and it just gave me the ick so hard. And I don't think I could go back.
Did you ever talk to him about it?
About the way he came?
Yeah.
No. Oh no, I did in the moment. I was like, so that was a lot. I forgot about that. So I was like, so that was kind of a lot. And he was like, yeah, I was just like really like turned on by the dirty talk. And I was just like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, like Rayna said that he tried to be like, yeah, I just, you know, got extra hot and turned on. I was like, no, that's his style. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's probably his
you come
standard.
how you come.
Have you guys ever experienced like a weird sounding comer? To the point that you're like, I'm so turned off.
Yeah, there was a guy. It wasn't very long, not as long I think as what you went through, but it was long, and it sounded kind of like a bear, like growling or
A
something.
growl.
Yeah, and I didn't like that.
No.
And he would hold his head back, and I was like, "This is very dramatic.
Yeah.
I don't like it."
It's like we're in the wild.
I have normal comers.
Normal comers. I
Yeah.
normally have a normal comer. Yeah. Have you ever looked in a mirror while you were coming? Have you ever watched yourself come?
Yes, I like how I look when I'm coming.
You like how you
and then
look.
if I can see myself, then I start like tossing my hair.
I know.
around.
I bet I would love
It's
it.
like
You've never done it?
I've never done it. I mean, I'm trying to
I've
think
never
if
looked
there
in
was a mirror.
Whenever
there's
I've
gotta
been
be
fucking and a mirror is around and it's like a big mirror or it's on top, the guy will actually be like, look at yourself.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
hot.
do it. I like that.
I have a mirrored headboard. So I've watched myself come, I guess, but not like up close so much.
I like that.
I
It's
like to
sexy.
just watch myself. I like to record it.
Yeah.
One time I was having sex with this guy. It was so much fun. He FaceTimes me while we're having sex. So then it was like we've got 2 camera angles to work with.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I was like, this is different. I'm gonna have to try this with somebody else.
That's
I liked
very
it.
cute.
Mhm.
All right, Ash.
So I'll tell the story of July 3rd.
Oh yes.
July 3rd.
The
So
infamous date.
I'll share some details we haven't fully shared on our show. The guy that I fucked was our driver in Mykonos. So he was
the Uber driver?
So we had like
like a private driver.
So we had like a personal driver. So we basically had
He must have been fine as a
he was like more than a driver. He was like a tattoo artist.
Ashley's like, he's so much more than that. Don't diminish.
Did he speak English?
He spoke English, yeah.
Okay.
So he basically we hired a driver on call for the week, but they would send different people. Like I would WhatsApp one guy, he would come or send other people. So this wasn't the guy that we saw like every single day, but he showed up kind of late and I was like kind of giving him a little bit of attitude. He had called me and he'd been like, I'm looking for you. And I was like, I don't see you. And we kind of like had some words and he hung up on me and I was like, oh, little turned on. And so we get in the car and I'm like just annoyed. He was super late and I am like, whatever. And I get in the back of the van and then I kind of catch a glimpse of him in the rear view. I'm like, oh my God, he's so hot. Like I saw his lips. I was like, oh fuck. And I still wasn't interested. Rayna's kind of flirting with him. And
well, I was talking about his friend. I was not like, her and I are like, we always say like our relationship's so good because we're never into the same guys. This guy was very hot, but I wasn't hitting on him.
Yeah. But he just like hones in on me and he was just like, Ashley, like, what's your sign? And I was like, I'm a Cancer. He was like, I can tell you're a little bossy. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, don't worry, it turns me on. He just like liked my attitude.
I love a confident ass man.
I was like, we're going to fuck so hard. Like, you like this attitude? So we get out of the car. He WhatsApps me right away because he had my number from calling me. And he just, it took a turn into like, I'm going to come over and bring wine and give you a massage.
Oh.
So he's like, I'm going to bring the oils. And I'm like, what is going on? So all day he's just hyping this massage. So I'm like, all right.
Did you have to pay for it?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if he was hustling this out.
I may have never gotten the massage. So anyway, he picks me up from like the club that night. Everyone else stayed out. They like let me have the house. So he picks me up because, you know, he's a driver and we go back and we end up in the hot tub and we end up like fucking and it was like really hot. It was a great like sexual experience. But when we got to the house, I realized he grabbed out of the car. He had a bottle of wine and a bottle of baby oil, like from the gas station. Like it was the cheapest shit I've ever seen. I was like, this is like
Johnson and Johnson.
It was. I was like, this is like the Bodega booty special. Like this is insane. So
that is the name of it.
I lost it and we fucked and everything. And we were laying there having pillow talk. Like I was pretending to care about his fucking jujitsu, you know, and just thinking like we might get around to it. And I think he kind of, or the massage. I'm thinking like, I would take a massage. This guy had great hands. He was hot. Like, and he just is like, you know, your friends are going to come back soon. And I don't want it to be like awkward. So he leaves. And I was like, it's whatever. It's a vacation hookup. It's fine. I'm not offended. Until I realized that he took the oil.
I wonder why he took it. He was like, I got another client next.
Yes, absolutely. And then the next day, we recapped the night and everything. Oh, I'll tell you about his coming. He was very invested in my pleasure, which was nice. Like I could tell that he really wanted to get me off. I'd had some drinks. I just felt like it wasn't going to happen. That didn't mean I wasn't enjoying it. I just was like, I'm a little desensitized. I just don't think it's going to happen. And so we'd had sex for a while. Again, I was enjoying it. And I was just like, I just don't think it's going to happen for me. And so I was like, I want you to come. And the second I said it, he came. It was like pushing a button. So he had been like waiting.
I don't know why men be waiting. Remember I was telling you that one day?
He wanted me to. Like, I think he was.
Because then they'll tap out and they'll be done. It's like, are you
I sometimes be wanting y'all to be done.
But it was immediate. Like he was just waiting for permission, which I respected that. So but it was just funny because the next day I was like,
I need some
talking to Rayna and she was like, I said, do you think he told his boss like at the driver company? And Rayna was like, his boss? You mean just the other driver? And she was like, yeah, I'm sure he told him how he fucked the client. And she was like, all these guys come and they want to fuck the tourist. And I was like, what?
Actually, like, he's so into me. He's being like so aggressive. Like, so I was like, this is an exploding offer. He's to fuck you today. Well, he can't fuck you next week.
Like, I didn't think of myself as like a tourist that he was gonna fuck. And Rayna like really put it in perspective to me. I was like, that's why he took the oil. Like he needed to use it the next night.
Oh my God.
That is a good one. Y'all have some good cocktails. Thank you so much.
This has been so fun.
This has been great.
We love talking.
Before we end, let everybody know where they can find you if you have anything going on, Instagrams, all that.
Ashley takes care of this. It's always messy. I love it.
Well, so now because we have two companies, so you guys can obviously listen to Girls Gotta Eat wherever you get your podcast. Girls Gotta Eat podcast.com, Girls Gotta Eat podcast on Instagram, and then we have Vibes Only. So you can shop the sex toys at vibesonly.com. You can download the app. Everything is Vibes Only. And the Instagram is Vibes Only. And I am Ash Hess and Rayna is Rayna.Greenberg on socials.
I love that.
She nailed it.
Thank you guys so much. I hope that you guys.
And congrats on 300 episodes.
Thank you. we are looking forward to seeing you guys soon, and we hope to add more cities this year to keep traveling. It's been amazing. Thank you guys so much for all the support.
Thank
you.
you.
It really means a lot.
And if you want to support us more, you can always go to patreon.com/CockTales, CockTales, and, you know, support us there. Also get your merch. We have t-shirts. Go to I'mCuriousToKnow.com to get that t-shirt. We will be restocking the game I'm Curious to Know. We just haven't yet, but keep an eye out because we're going to let y'all know. We'll probably let Patreon members know first because they're the lucky ones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
Wait on the track.
Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Wait on the track. Wait on the track.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye.
Wait on the track.
Bye. 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 Bye.